This morning, I want to talk a little bit about what do you do when you finish your wallet folio? And I do not have one physically to show you at the moment. Let's see. I'm going to just share my screen with you and show you the ending of my Stamperia album that I made for my granddaughter. Let's see. It's a little bigger so you can see it. And this album did not have a lot of journaling. It just had 4x6 photos and spaces for journaling. And one reason it is for a teenager granddaughter that just became a teenager, and she likes to write and do things on her own. So I left all this board accent paper from the Stamperia horse collection or I think it's called Beauty, to give her room to tell her stories. Let's see, go on here. So this is all 4x6 except our center page. Now, Kyla came last week and received this book, but she also helped me finish it up. I let her pick the accent paper, and she went to my stack and picked a light purple. And we wrote just her name, Kyla Joy, and the year she was born. And she got to pick some of the final pictures that went into our album. Now, the page flips allow lots of room for journaling. Above this horse picture in the center, that would be a great place for journaling also. I would just add a journal block there. Now, the fun part about this album is the center pouch in the middle. Last week, we discussed how to put a plastic acrylic coating over the center pouch or the center placket mat, because we're going to always be taking that out to reveal the gatefold doors. And I actually thought of putting the name here, but it did look better on the blank page. But this page is kind of important. It shows, has a lot of area to show. On the, whoa, let's not do that. You got a preview there. This is the back of the mat. And I also put plastic on this, or acrylic on this, because again, fingerprints. This could also be the front to anchor the gatefold, but that is the back. Now let's see if I can do this without flipping through all of them. When you take off the center picture, you want to know what's underneath that will look pleasant. And I actually copied one of the Stamperia pages and flipped it so I could have two horses facing each other. So whatever you put here is kind of important because that shows when you don't have your center in. Now, this is where I wrote my special note to Kyla. Right here, it's blank. After she helped me put string and holes in these little tags, I then wrote her birthday greeting. And the images from Stamperia show on the front of the tags, but it's a great place on the back of the page or back of the tag to put your private messages. Now that horse lifts up, and this is the little center pouch. And I put pictures that I did not choose to put in the album inside that center pouch. And originally, when Paul Ford shared this tutorial on his Facebook page, he said that he designed this folio to have a place for children's artwork. So you could put anything you want, memorabilia or ephemera or letters or extra photos. Now, this was Kyla as she was helping me decide the finishing touches. And let's go back to the waterfall. This is where I started this album. And I put some of my favorite pictures up top. And under the magnet, which is now hanging to the right of the picture there, I put a regular photo. Now, this isn't a great photo, but it shows a lot. It shows where Kyla hangs out on the porch. It shows her little lily garden. mom's lovely garden that she helps with. And it just shows the ambiance of her Michigan home. So I wanted it there, but I put another piece of acrylic over this because of the magnet and because it's the first page of the waterfall, it will get a lot of friction. And here I kept the border simple. I just cut strips of 1.5 by 6.25 design paper from the Stamperia pack. And I put some pictures of them in my Kentucky area. Here we have the cousin crew. When they went to visit in Michigan, I tried to include many people in her album so that it would be more than just her celebration of her 13th birthday, but it would include some of the crazy cousins. And here's one of Kyla's loves. That's her mom's dog. I don't know if it's her dog or mom's dog, but that's Samson. My husband calls him Sammy Sampson. And over here, she got to meet her cousin crew's last litter of 8, and she tried to hold as many as possible. And I'm not sure if I got all the pages, but that gives you an idea. And this is Kyla flipping through the book herself and deciding what else to add. When she finished putting the photos she liked in, she went into the living room and shared it with her family. And I think she really liked it. Even it's hard to tell what a 13-year-old would like sometimes. But now, here's Sammy on our couch, just hanging. We've never had a dog in our house before. And we took a few pictures of this cute little dog while he was here last week. And who knows, maybe he'll be the object of our next project. Let's see if we can get out of here. Okay. So this is just a small run through of a finished album. And if you've finished decorating your album, you can always add more even after you put the pictures in. So decide which pictures you're going to use and let's get them in the album. It's a nice, inexpensive album that you can share with many people.